Did you ask Sheegl to resign?
No, sir.
Do you know why he resigned?
He tendered his resignation. I've dealt with this on occasions before. It's not the first one, different circumstances, and EPC did accept it.
Your friend, surely you know why he resigned. You're
why
friends
did
with
he
the man.
resign?
You would probably have the inside track on why he resigned.
I don't mix apples with oranges. This is strictly business, and that's the end of that.
So
why did he resign, in your
between
words?
what's the connection between the fire hall review and Mr. Sheegl's resignation that you know of?
I don't believe there is any, but you know what? We'll all know on, I guess, Monday, we'll all know for sure if there is anything. I haven't seen the audit, as I think I mentioned to everybody here yesterday. I think the individual has made a decision, and EPC has accepted the resignation.
Mr. Mayor, you're a close friend of this person. You work closely with him here at the city. It strains credulity for you not to know why he resigned. Can you please tell us?
Mr. Kivas, you can make any assumption you want. I don't spend a lot of time with Mr. Sheegl, unfortunately. I have a young family. I'm busy here. So the realities are we have a CAO who has resigned. EPC has met and accepted his resignation.
Okay, so your
and
personal...
no one, I think no one, including me or the media, would speculate because we'll see everything in black and white from a source who would know everything.
So your personal feelings about your close friend and somebody you've worked with here for several years resigning, what's your reaction to that?
A decision has been made. He's got reasons for why he's doing it. I'm sure you can communicate with him if you so desire. You know what? This is City Hall. This is a business. As I mentioned, I have now seen 2 other CAOs also leave the city of Winnipeg. So this isn't the first time. This is actually the 3rd time that I've actually experienced this.
Mayor Katz, in the last, I mean, if I'm a voter and I'm looking at City Hall right now, I'm like, wow, in 2 weeks, the fire chief's been fired, the CAO's resigned, and the report's not even out yet. As a voter, why should I not be losing confidence in what's going on at City Hall and with our fire department?
First of all, I don't think you have to lose any confidence in the fire department. I think we have one of the best in the country. We have the best response times in the country. Those are just facts. That's number one. Number two, I think you should look at this as a situation whereby we'll all have answers, and obviously people are moving forward in life.
So, Mr. Mayor, why was there a special meeting called at 10:45 a.m. of members of council to deal with this matter today?
When a resignation was tendered, EPC got together and decided whether or not they would accept that, and that's exactly what happened.
So it's entirely coincidental that last week the auditor says, I am done with this review, it's ready to go. We gave the indication it was ready to go a week ago today. Then we find out the review is not coming out till next week, and now this happens in between. Are we to all assume that that is coincidental?
Mr. Kivas, you can go through all sorts of spy novels you want and all sorts of conjecture. I'm just giving you the realities here, and you can come up with and formulate your own opinion. I'm giving you the
Mr.
facts.
Mayor, do you think this is funny? This is something...
No, I think the way you're going about it is unfortunate in my opinion, but I understand that's up to your discretion, and I leave that with you. I'm just telling you the facts of what took place.
Jeff mentioned there have now been a number of people in that position in the last several years. What are people to make of the fact that the position of CAO is difficult to staff and difficult to hold on to? Shouldn't they be looking at with confidence at the administration who's running it?
Well, I think we've now had 4 CAOs in the history of the city, and they've all left.
So what does that tell you?
I think it's a very difficult job, obviously. It's not easy running a city.
In retrospect,
and on top of that is that, you know, regardless of what happens in the end, you're always responsible. I mean, the buck stops somewhere, and that's where the buck stops as far as what goes on with the city, you know, with council. They look at the mayor. These are just the realities of life. Not easy work, but it's something that people, you know, sometimes accept the challenge, and they do for as long as they want, and they make a decision whether to continue or move on.